Okay, here we go. I can show them how to do it when I'm in the zone. Before we start, let me puff that indigo. If I thrust, guaranteed you gon' feel it though. My intro for this real shit. When I walk the bridge and we built it. Two hoes got the boy on kill cliff. My team good and we rollin'. It ain't really hard to see that I'm fresher. I'm a F5 with Brock Lesnar. We ain't got time to listen. Yo, lecture. Let him put the title up and I get your bitch. Never made up.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dead on Dave, and as you can already know, you didn't see it last night, I was unable to fulfill my duties as your your most copious live reviewer for Monday Night Raw. It did not happen last night. I had poo problems, plain and simple. I spent most of my evening, which I should be sleeping at that time anyway, because I watch Raw at 2 a.m. live here in Germany, 2 a.m. in the morning to 5. If I'm not watching Raw, the last thing I want to be is on the damn toilet for those 3 hours, and that's what was basically happening last night. So I did not get to watch all of Raw, and it just didn't seem like a very smart idea to do the live review, so I didn't do it. But I'm here now, and look, 90% of the show, I don't even want to talk about. And here's the reality of it. I'm just going to gloss over a good majority of it. They are setting up Extreme Rules to be a long-term feud for everything that happened off of Payback. Essentially, everything that either happened or was set up at Payback is being continued, moved forward, or expanded upon at Extreme Rules. And I'm not going to complain about it. That's not the guy I'm going to be, because I actually like this. I like continuity moving forward from minor pay-per-view to minor pay-per-view. There's no point in blowing up, especially coming off of a good pay-per-view like Payback was. Payback was a great pay-per-view. There was a lot of good stuff that happened. So coming off of that and just keeping those stories that were told and worked at Payback and moving them forward going into Extreme Rules, I don't have a problem with that. In fact, I think it's really smart. I think it's very prudent storytelling, and people complain all the time about non-long-term booking and hot potato booking and all of this. Well, now we're getting cohesive storylines that you can connect with over a long period of time, and that's a good thing. However, here's where I come on with a big but. Most of it was poorly executed last night on Raw. Most of it, not all of it, and not what you would expect to be the most poorly executed was actually the best executed. It was kind of a backwards night on Raw. The first hour of Raw was fairly solid. It was good. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Miz, Cesaro, these four guys together. Yes, please take my money. It just works. Most everything else, including the tag team situation, aside from Cass, who I felt came off like an absolute monster last night. Cass coming out in the middle of all of the other really pointless banter between the Dudleys, the Vaudevillains, who are just awful on the microphone, and the New Day, who seemed a little bit lost at everything that happened the night before. Cass was the shining light in that darkness. He came out and was absolutely incredible. I love Cass. He was good on the mic and he was great in the ring. He just has that factor of being a serious guy. Then you had some other weird misses like the United States Championship Battle Royal. Now, I'm all for a Battle Royal to determine who's taking on Kalisto next. But Kalisto was awful on the microphone. He was awful on that commentary. That was just throwaway. And the match wasn't good. The Battle Royal was really lackadaisical. Aside from the ending, I get that you're trying to capitalize off of something from the League of Nations, but I don't like the whole idea of eliminating some of the guys that could have been a bigger factor in this Battle Royal, like Apollo Crews. Eliminating him early, I didn't like that because it sends the wrong message, I think, with Apollo Crews. I mean, who is this guy? Is he nothing? He's a guy who could be eliminated in the first three guys of a Battle Royal for the United States Championship. It just kind of tells you exactly where he is in their minds, and that's a little bit scary, but it's also a little bit indicative of what he has shown since being up on the roster, which is on whole not a lot, but I digress. That Battle Royal was mainly just set for Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler to continue their feud which they did completely. I'm not really mad at Corbin's elimination. I think that it's not a terrible thing because they are trying to make something matter with Dolph Ziggler. So, okay, I can get behind that. And they're going to have some type of Extreme Rules match at Extreme Rules. I'm fine with that. I can get behind that as long as it ends in Corbin going over big time, definitively, and monstrously. Then I'm completely fine with it. Rusev winning the Battle Royal does not bother me either. I think he's a good competitor for Kalisto, because mainly he's going to be taking the title off of him. So, and it shouldn't be a terrible matchup either. So that doesn't really bother me. At least Rusev having the United States Championship will matter a little bit more, certainly more than Kalisto. So that doesn't bother me that much either. But just the match itself was lackluster. Who gave a shit about the Dean Ambrose situation? Not I, says McFly. I didn't care about him and Stephanie. I didn't care about Stephanie overruling Shane. I didn't care about Y2J coming back and that's the one match that I don't need to see a repeat of. I don't need to see an extension of. I really thought this was a good opportunity for Chris Jericho to kind of go away for a little while. There's really no point in having another match with Dean Ambrose, mainly because I'm afraid that they're going to give the victory back to Chris Jericho, which I don't think is necessary. Hopefully, Dean is just going to solidify a victory at Extreme Rules, and he's going to look even stronger than he did when he beat Jericho the first time. Hopefully, that's going to happen, but these are the type of matches they kind of like giving back to Jericho, so I'm a little bit worried about that. Hopefully, that will not be the case. Did not care for that segment, though, I got to be honest. The only other thing I really want to talk about, I'm just going to ignore the entire women's situation. It's great they're having another match. It's great that it's a submission match. It's great that Natalya put Ric Flair in the figure four sharpshooter, whatever the hell she did to him, the sharpshooter. But I didn't really care for the segment, so I'm just going to gloss past it. The thing that I want to really touch on is the main event situation. The 3-on-3, the 6-man tag between the Styles Club versus the Samoan Dynasty, I thought came off well. Some of the match was a little bit boring to start off with, but the ending was absolutely incredible. The ending was incredible. Jesus, they got going, and there was so much good to happen. AJ Styles and Roman Reigns work together. I can't figure out why. There's just something about the combination of their styles and their personalities. I love the subtle storytelling and the ambiguity that, AJ would not take that shot on Roman, and then Roman destroys him anyway. I love the power bomb through the table. I think that there is a long-term story to be told here, and I think that they are putting a lot of trust into AJ Styles to put him in this situation with Roman Reigns. I think it's a very, very positive sign, not only for AJ Styles, but for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is not fucking this up. It's the first time that I can actually say that about Roman Reigns, where he is not being a detriment to his own growth, to his own situation. He's just not. Yes, am I tired of Roman already? Yes, I am. But I'm not letting my own personal dislike for this character to overlook his potential that he's having with AJ. And there is good stuff going on here. I think there's really good storytelling. Essentially, you got 5 heels and AJ. I mean, AJ is doing things out of necessity. He's doing things his own way, but he's not being the dastardly guy. Everybody else kind of is. You got Gallows and Anderson, who are basically trying to be evil and get AJ to do the evil thing and take shots on Roman Reigns. Then you got the Usos attacking, even though AJ didn't do the bad things, and then Roman losing his goddamn mind and destroying AJ. Look, I thought it was really well done. I thought it was really smart. I enjoyed it. I did. I can't even lie. I enjoyed it. It's the one thing that I truly, truly, truly did get invested in for Roman Reigns. It's the first thing in a long time that I felt connected to a storyline that he was involved in, and it's because of AJ Styles and what he's able to do. I think that you should really look at this situation with AJ and Roman, and kind of, if you're not giving it a chance because of Roman Reigns, give it a chance because of AJ, because this is working. I did not think Raw was awful. Obviously, it was a step down from Payback, because Payback was really good. But it wasn't the show that probably should have followed Payback. And that is a little bit of a problem. I think some people are going to have issues with this show because it was a lot of the same things that we saw the night before. But all that being said, if it's a good extension of what we already saw and liked, and they're moving forward, I don't see a lot to complain about. And that's what it comes down to. How much is there really to complain about? Unless you're just one of these guys who's like, okay, we saw the Payback, reset. And I don't understand that, wanting to reset after every pay-per-view. It's not necessary, especially when good stories are being told. So I'm going to continue to let the stories play out. And I didn't hate this show. I thought it was pretty damn good. Thought it was interesting, and it worked for me. So I just wanted to do a quick Raw review because I am going to be live tonight at probably 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will probably be live, 95% sure, because I want to talk about the Ryback situation. I want to talk about a few other things. Ryback looks like he is gone from WWE. That's more interesting. I'm waiting for a few more news stories to break so I can kind of have more information. I do want to talk about that. 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to do a Dead on Dave live. So I wanted to get the Raw review out of the way now. So here you go. Enjoy it. I give you feast upon my breasticles. Okay. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Sorry again, I did not make the live review last night. It just couldn't happen. I had poop problems. In fact, I'm about to go lay an egg again right now. What?
You don't say that.
Why can't I say that? People want to know about my poo.
No, they don't care about your shit.
Why wouldn't they care about my shit?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Then take a picture of it.
See, now that's too much. That's something a German would say. Take a picture of your poo. No, I just kind of want to describe it in, very light and non-intrusive dialogue. She wants me to take a picture of it.
Ayo.
Anyway, thank you guys very much. Yeah, that went off the rails. Thank you guys very much for joining me right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Hope you enjoyed the Raw review. If you did, hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel. And we will see you a little bit later on tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, I'll be live at Tommy C's In the Crease with Tommy C on Shot from the Point, the most badass hockey podcast YouTube channel and all the known land. So make sure you're there. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be there. Come hang out with me, Come hold my hand. And I will take you to the promised land, okay? We'll see you a little bit later on. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. Keep it copious, folks. Peace.